Okay. Somebody else said they about to come on. I'm about to start recording. Um. So, who knows what social self care is to start? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone know what social self care is? So, we know about regular self care, which is care for ourselves. But actually, social care is do things with the people around you, friends, and to that nature. So, we are social by nature. So, prioritizing social self care is important. So, you have to do activities or anything that nurtures the relationship with the people around you. It's critical to our well-being. So you know, it's about health. Hold on, somebody said, "Can I get on?" Um, so examples of self-care. Can you give an example of a social care? Something that you can do with other people. Give me an example of a social self-care.
Um, I guess hanging out, going to a
Yeah,
restaurant or to the park or
restaurant.
something.
Yeah, having a nice little picnic. Yeah.
Hmm.
How often are you getting out and hanging with friends?
It's been a minute for me. Been kind of
Why is that?
because I have to relax my knees. I haven't been out like that for a while now.
You know, since the pandemic, there's new ways because you can do virtual things. You're sitting home, maybe eating something or watching a movie, and your friend can be watching the same movie, and y'all being social
Oh, that's
without.
cool. I haven't tried that yet.
I did a brunch like that where me and the person was virtual having a brunch together. She was at her restaurant, I was at my restaurant, and we was on video.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never done that before.
Me
Find
neither.
People find excuses on why they can't do certain things, but there's always a solution to anything if you actually look out to do it. Just like Yasmin, myself, and my other best friend at the TD, we have a group chat that we check in on each other throughout the day, and we do video check-ins. That's self care. We can't all be in the same place at one time all the time because we all have lives. So that's our way of keeping up with each other. Also, my Sora, my Maima, we also have a group chat also where we communicate in and we plan. Like we had Swan's Night In, and we had another one. It was it was a brunch. We had a brunch, and we all got on Zoom, and we all interacted with each other. That's social self care. No matter distance or stuff, that you have to make time for social self care because we're naturally social people, and you want to be around people. You want to be in the midst of other people. If the pandemic taught us anything, you can do that virtually.
Hmm. That's true. I'm learning a lot about this pandemic and I guess this virtual friendship thing going on.
Yeah, it's like having a pen pal. You know, somebody living across the world, you just writing to them back and forth. But you know, technology made it where you can do it and you can see people.
The best thing. Oh, that's pretty.
Huh?
Your little
Oh,
swans. That's pretty.
so um, we go through life, we go through our days and stuff like that, and a lot of people's excuses on why they don't reach out and why they don't is always time, time, time. But if someone's important, you make time. If they're not, then you make excuses. That's how I believe.
I agree. I
Because
definitely
people
agree.
make time for the things that and the people they want to make time for.
Yeah.
There's 24 hours in a day. We all get the same 24 hours. You're not doing something all 24 of those hours that you can't reach out to somebody and say hello, how you doing, how's everything going. It takes about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's so true.
Especially
Um,
with everything going on, people are dropping like flies, and you don't want to feel like, oh man, I should have reached out, or I should have, and I should have, and I should have.
hmm
Why didn't you? Oh, I didn't get around to doing it. But I'm pretty sure you got around to checking how many emails, checking your Facebook, checking your Messenger, and doing all these things on the same phone that you could have reached out to the person with.
You're right.
But people don't think about that at all. They just make the excuses. It's easier to make an excuse as opposed to making an attempt.
That's why I like the messenger group that we're in. You know, no matter what, we all say good morning to each other. I think that's very cool.
And then
Even
it's
though we
stuff like
don't
that,
get
like
to see
somebody
each
just reach
other.
out to say good morning could mean a whole lot.
Hmm
Somebody didn't say good morning to someone, to that person. So then just to get one good morning from somebody could be a lot. Or you reaching out to somebody you don't know, they could have been on a ledge and felt
hmm
that it was unloved and no one cared or thought about them.
You're right.
I'm like, you could days and you could be silent. Like if you go days and be silent, nobody checking on you. You gotta really start questioning. Where's your friends? Because some people are like, oh well, I'm just to myself. No, there should be no reason where you just is. Me and Dr. TD could be on a call and we're like, where's Yasmin? We haven't heard from Yasmin, or we need to find out where Yasmin is. Or if
I'll be
I'm
missing. Thank
I'll,
you.
go in my group chat with my sorors. That somebody's at me. Where you at?
I don't
You
know.
okay?
I have to check the mailbox.
And so I know if I disappear or if I'm going through whatever, one of these group of people is gonna find me and make sure I'm okay. And if I didn't have that, then there's a problem. But people need that. They need that people like, oh well, I was missing from it. Like, how was you missing for whatever days and your people didn't reach out to you or try to see if you was okay? Like, that's not okay. You start questioning who's around you. This is what 1017.
No, you're not gonna sit out here too much longer. You gotta get this stuff to do. Mm-mm.
So we live in a world of social media that's social with itself, but then there's so many people that are still antisocial,
It's true.
and they antisocial with their own people, and they be like, oh, it's just me. This is how I am. Excuses. And I don't accept that from nobody. I've been, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna keep reaching out to you, and you don't reach out to me. I'm sorry.
I feel you.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Anybody else has anything to say about the topic of social self care?
No, I just think that it's a cool platform. Like you said, if you can't see each other face to face, here you go. You know, get on a Zoom, text, call, something. to hear that person's voice
Yes,
to make
bring
sure
it
that
back.
they're okay. Yeah.
I think it's very important, especially in the times that we're living, that you definitely stay in touch because this rates of depression and anxiety and all that stuff has gone way up since this pandemic, and it's very important to stay in touch with people, with your friends, with your family. Um, that's very important. Groups like this, it's very important. It might be like a little thing, a simple thing, but it's very important to people. My husband and his cousins, they have a cousins meet up every Friday night. They get up there and talk and laugh and hoop and holler for hours. And they need that because they're not all in the same city. So,
Mm-hmm.
so they need that. And like you were saying with our sorority, we're scattered all abroad, but at the same time, that connectedness is still there because we make the time to get together and talk and communicate. That's very important. I'm a content provider. I work at home, so that's definitely important for me because all I do is deal with little people all day. Sometimes I need some adult interaction. So, and I'm still working now, so that's why I put myself on mute. But yeah.
Little people will drain your energy.
That's how they think they got all the energy because they cipher it from us.
Yeah. Like adult time is much needed.
Yasmin, you have anything to say about social self care? Yasmin.
Sorry, I was in the, yeah, I'm multitasking in the background. Sorry about that.
Hmm.
Lila says you were asking about social self-care.
Do you have anything to say about it?
I think you covered a lot of stuff. Social self-care is definitely important because sometimes just being in the house by yourself or not being around others, you just feel so depressed and down. And then once you're around other people, you feel a whole lot better.
Hmm.
Absolutely. People bring your spirits up. Well, if they good people, they bring your spirits up.
That's good.
Emphasis on good people.
Huh?
Emphasis on good people.
On good people, yeah. Good people, good energy, good vibes, yeah. Because you can't just be around any old body.
Okay.
Mm. I just posted August clean eating challenge. I think I posted it. I should have posted. I did post it. So we haven't done one in a while. So August, I gave enough time to prepare for it. So hopefully you all will be a part of the clean eating challenge for August. I'm trying to think of one for September. I don't know. The challenge gonna be maybe something simpler, but I don't know it yet.
Oh, I removed white sugar from my diet.
Okay. How long you did that for?
Well, not too long. This is my second. This is my second week, but I don't miss it at all.
You didn't go through the shakes and stuff.
Nope, not at all.
So what is your substitute?
Um,
All right.
Organic brown sugar.
And you put that like in your tea and stuff also?
Yep, yep. Hold on, let me go. I gotta let a kid out. I'll be right back.
Hi, Amanda.
Ladies, hi everyone.
We talk about social self care. Do you know about social self care? What it is? Why we need to practice it?
Um, kind of
Hmm.
as far as like just being just like active within yourself, but around others. Um, allowing yourself to also know when to like detach from stuff. Um, even with like social media, knowing when to take a break so that you can get yourself back together.
Yeah.
A
Well,
detox.
the part of social self care we're discussing is the positive part, which is coming together with your friends and family and like doing things, going out and stuff like that. And you just went on a trip, but outside of that, how often do you get together with your friends and hang out and stuff like that? Huh? I can't hear you.
I'm more so normally around like family a lot. Um, but I've also been trying to, like, take more time to not just be around family, but take time to be with my friends, just to hang out and gather myself, my thoughts.
And how's that working with the hanging out with the friends?
It's because I don't have a lot of friends, so
How often would you like to be hanging out?
um, at least once every other week, trying to do something.
And what is something you can do on a more sooner basis where you don't have to actually go out or spend money? We was just talking about like doing virtual outings, like
Virtual game nights or
like that, like just virtually, where you don't have to leave your house, or you just have your little corner and you just interact in with your friends. Because the
that's
pandemic,
a cool idea. I had started doing that like in the pandemic, trying to do virtual game nights. That time I tried to put together um a virtual sip and paint where everybody just um I'll find out like how much everything costs to ship out to each person. That way they'll have a package coming to them with everything they'll need.
hmm
But that didn't go through. Messing with certain people, you gotta be like, oh. But if I'm around the right people that be like, I'm with it.
yeah, you gotta be around the right people. Um, I did. I did with my sorors. We did a virtual brunch where we all cooked our own stuff and we chatted and different things like that. And I did a virtual outing with one of my sorors where we were virtually, but we were at different restaurants and we were together but apart.
I like that. That's a nice idea.
Because you don't always have to be. We learned that you don't always have to be in the physical anymore.
That's cool. That works. Especially if people have it, they live a distance from one another.
We're all in different places, but we're all here together.
hmm That's
A lot of
the
people don't understand or fathom that. It's like, yeah, she said, hey, you want to watch? You want to? Oh, let's watch this Netflix show. You put it on, I put it on, and we right here laughing and talking about the show together.
that is a cool idea.
Now they have an app that y'all all could be watching the same thing together through the app. I forgot what it was though. I'll let y'all know. So they done created all these wonderful things. So there should be more togetherness than there ever was, but it's still not. It's still not, but it should be because we had to go through a whole. Well, we still in the pandemic, but when it was really where we were shut down inside, I'm an extrovert to my heart, and it's like, oh, I can't be around people. Oh, this is not going to work. So I was going live on Facebook. I created a beach in my living room. I created a pool in my bathroom, and I was live and with the people, talking with the people. They thought I was losing it, but I had to make do. I had to figure it out. I created a whole movie theater in my house, concession stand. I gave the kids this movie thing. It's like, oh, these prices are so high. I'm like, it's inflation. This is a pandemic. Like, this is a treat right here. You get to go to the movies. So I made ways to make it work. Because had I not, depression would have been real crazy.
You gotta make it do what it do.
Mhm. It's really important.
You gotta. It's really important.
to reach out to your people. It's really important. Be faithful with the right. If you feel like you're always reaching out and nobody's reaching out back, then you need to reevaluate that situation. Because I'm just like that. It's not enough.
Right.
It's true. It's so true.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
Now, like, this is who I am. This is something. No, that's what you choose to be. That was a choice.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like I was just even telling my husband, like we need to do more date nights. Like we just went to the restaurant to get food, and he was like, order the food online. When we got in front of the restaurant, he was like, you didn't order it yet? I was like, no, because I wanted to order it when we was here so we could sit in the car with one another.
You don't understand stuff like that because you get into line of being. We can't hear you. You can't hear me now? Oh. So especially when you get married or whatever, you're so caught up in being parents to your kids that you forget that, okay, you're a woman, he's a man. And prior to this, y'all was courting, y'all was dating, y'all was doing all these things. These kids don't stop that. They'll be all right. So y'all still have to date. Y'all still have to go out. Y'all still have to, because at the end of the day, you like, do I even like you, or are we just doing this for these kids? I still got to know I like you. Every so often, you got to do a check-in, like, you got to go out. So outside of these kids, what do we have in common? What do we like within each other? Like, do I even still like you? Like, you have to really know that, because you say, oh yeah, I love this person. Yes, you're going to love that person. That's a given. But do you like them? Because liking is a choice. Love's a feeling. Liking is a choice. And doing those date nights, and it doesn't have to be mad expensive. You have to go with some sandwiches and go sit in the park on the grass, but y'all away from them kids. That's time together, because y'all may have grown apart or don't know much about it. Hey, let's sit there and chat, and you take it back to the beginning. What's your favorite color? Because it could have changed over the years. You don't know. Like, what kind of music you like to listen to. You got to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Your husband and wife is there, but you got to go back to being boyfriend and girlfriend at some point. And feel and rekindle and feel that same thing all over again. Because you'd be surprised how much stuff you don't know anymore.
That's true.
It's true. It's very true.
It's very true. Very
And
true.
it's also like not just with your partner, but also like with your best friends and stuff like that. Because people tend to grow apart as time passes. So you just want to, just to keep it going, you have to try to say, okay, what's new?
Now, yeah, that's for anybody close to you. That shit, it should just, there's always, like, you got to do, like, okay, check in on, hey, whatever, everything is good. We still on the same page and things like that. So we all doing different things or whatever the case may be. But, okay, hey, in friendships and cultivating friendships is still important.
You're right.
Absolutely true. Very true.
Because I think, was it the last time me and Yasmin, we hung out was for Juneteenth? And our other friend, Titi, she's been flying back and forth to different things. So she hasn't had a moment to hang out with us. But I'm like, oh, that's fine and dandy. But we have to find time where we're all hanging out together. That's there's no going around that. That has to be a thing. Whether it has to be a day during the week where kids is in camp or whatever the case may be, or we got to figure it out, because it has to happen. Because at that she's up and down and all around, so you don't know what she's dealing with mentally or whatever, because she has to stop for a minute to have a conversation. So these are the things that while we check in on our friend and our people, because they could be looking great on the surface, oh, everything is fine, everything is good, but don't know what they're going through in their head or in their heart.
That is so true.
Yep. Very true. That is very, very true.
having mental breakdowns. Like I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just feeling so looking for somebody to reach out to. And a lot of times people tend to they'll tell you nothing is wrong, but there's so many things wrong. They just don't know how to talk about it. You have to put them in that comfort zone.
They'll be a burden by giving, like, like this is it's cool. The word friend, it means I'm here to help you and carry that on. That's why we're friends, because you can trust me with that. I can help you carry your burden with you, so you don't have to do it alone. That's why we are friends. And then people use the term friend very loosely also, like, oh, this is my, you got your best friends, you got friends, and you have associates. A lot of these people we call them friends are associates, because they can't be trusted with the same information that you give in to best friend.
Oh, that is so true there.
But we like, oh, that's my friend and that's my friend. What made them your friend? What y'all went through together? Like, what y'all went through? That person got your back or whatever. Do you know all this information? So how are they friends? So we have to start learning how to use associate. That's an associate. This is somebody I associate with here and there. It's a lot. It's a lot. And making friends as adults, it's a lot too. Because a lot of people are setting their way, and this is how I am, and this, that, and the third. So it's hard. And then we already have the pre notion that females are going to be catty and this, that, and the third. So you already go in with a negative connotation of, what the next female is.
That's true.
It's very true. That's very true.
That's why you always have to ask yourself if the people that come in your life, are they there um
Help you or hurt you?
to help you or hurt you? Yep. Are they going to increase you or decrease you?
Or decrease
That's
you?
what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Like,
I
if you
think
keep.
that's for me. I think for me that's why it's so hard to let people in, because I've friends that at least I thought I was that friend that we can talk and just go through things together, and then to find out that's not the case. So that hurts you along the way. So now when you do meet other people, it's hard to really let them in, or hard for you to let yourself be vulnerable around them so that they can help you, because you don't know if they're going to help you or not. So I'd rather not take that chance, to see if they're going to help me or not, because if you're not, that's still not benefiting me.
Hmm.
So putting myself out there, I kind of close myself off a little bit, and that's just for me. I can't speak for other people, but it's hard,
But you
making new
also have to
friends.
try not to let that deter you
Yeah.
from finding somebody, because there are genuine people that are out there.
That is true. You're right. And I try to tell my daughter that, because I'm kind of an extrovert myself, but in the same time, she's not. So I'm trying to get her to come out a little bit more. So if I'm not doing it,
So
she's
that
not going to do it.
yeah, you going
I definitely want to show her, that listen, it's okay to
to look forward to
seek
it.
out, try to make new friends and whatnot. But it's not easy. Not an easy task.
Yeah, you got to give people a chance, you know, but
Yeah.
you still have to, um, you still have to guard your heart with anybody. But you have to give people a chance, because if you don't, you might miss out on that person that you know
And it's funny because people like when they, dating and stuff, they're like, oh, I don't want this person to meet my kids and stuff like that. You gotta do that with friendships also because people come into your life and they in the midst of your world. So they around your children, stuff like that. And when they disappear, it's the same situation. Your kids then got attached to them. So we have to treat friendships, it's like dating. It's literally like dating. You asking the same questions and all that, there's just no intimacy there. But it's the same thing. You're still putting yourself out there, you're still it's literally the same thing.
Yeah, you got to give people a chance, but you still have to be cautious, step by step. That's how you do it. One step at a time.
You just jump. You're like, okay, now you're my bestie. No, we got to go through some things. We gotta go through some things.
You gotta know more. But you still have to be willing to give people a chance. You can't see over it. You can't see over a built wall. You put the wall too high, you can't see over it. So
Kim, you gave me a chance, and now we're cool. We're cool people.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right about that.
You got it. You good.
yeah,
It's not like I can't do it. I have to say I'm very picky and choosy about who I let in.
Well, you're supposed to be.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
You can't just let nobody in.
Not at all. When you let people in your house, they start taking stuff, and I don't mean physical things.
They start taking your energy. They start taking. Yep.
You can't have anybody in your house. That goes for family as well.
Oh, and that's the main thing, the family. Like, God.
It's the family for me.
It's true. You have to know when to separate family. Like you love them, but like I could love you, but I don't gotta like you, and I gotta know where my distance is.
Absolutely.
Some of the main ones that to bring you out.
Absolutely. And
You can't let people in, but trust the instinct.
you gotta forgive that person because they're your mother, and you gotta forgive that person because they this. No, if it was somebody else, you would treat them as such. And if you did what you did or whatever the case may be, then you don't want to be bothered, and it's okay to not want to be bothered.
Absolutely.
You have to
definitely
protect
don't agree with
his space.
closing out people because you have to. It gives you the ability to pretty much learn what you like and what you don't like. And people are going to surprise you and don't. I mean, at least you know. I mean, you're going to get. You know what I mean? You know what? There's some background noise, but my point is that I don't think you should close yourself out. Because closing yourself out might just block you from your blessings. As I was in church, this Sunday, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to block yourself from your blessings because it might just pass you by just because you chose that day not to pick that person to come into your life.
That's true. You're right about that. All right, these bugs is bothering me. Let's go.
That was my microphone.
Here you want. Gotta put that in here. I don't want them.
Oh, she's breaking up real bad. No.
You're breaking up, Teresa.
Oh, she's over.
Y'all can hear me better? Yeah, but it's an echo.
Yeah, I'm not good at it.
I see two of you. One frozen, the other not frozen.
There you go. I had to leave the other meeting. You can hear me better?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all heard anything I said. I just asked if anybody had
No.
to say on on social self-care. When's the last time you were social with your people? How often are you social with your people? The newcomers are Tasha and Shay. So Tasha, you can go first.
Not often.
What's the reason
For
for not?
people. I guess childhood, being separated, so we're not
The
close.
people that you have that are in your circle now, how often do you?
Probably once a week.
That's good.
I think that's frequent enough. Once a week is enough.
And do y'all call, video chat?
Call, video chat.
Mm-hmm.
About once a week. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And that's friends and family.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Shay,
What was the question again?
how often are you social with the people around you? And did you have anything to say about social self-care?
I think being social is a task in itself. I gotta remind myself to talk to people.
Why is that?
I need a whole alert alarm on my phone to say, don't forget to call this person, that person.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you be so consumed in what you're doing in your own life, your personal life, you need some time from certain people and friends, family. They got their drama, and for me, I'm the person to talk to help solve the problem. So I'm like, not today, but so you got to just make time to. I make time to speak to people daily. For me,
That's good.
daily.
And that's a great idea.
Certain people is once a week for sure. Huh?
That's a great idea to put in a reminder, especially because people will be like, oh, you know how I am. But if you know how you are, then set a reminder. Like, you know what? I need to reach out to such and so on this day because it's been a week or it's been 3 days or whatever the case may be. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm an 80s baby, so it's like nowadays, with the social media and everything, it's like a lot of people not as connected as they used to be. So
Which you would think they should be more connected because we have more ways to connect now than we ever had.
exactly. But I think it did the complete opposite for most people.
With others, things. Right.
Like you have so much virtual stuff, like going on virtual dates or virtual outings and stuff like that. Like you in your town, and I'm in my town, and we eating together, or we watching the show together. Like we have so many apps and different things, and it's people are less social.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. I was by the pool all day today, and I'm tired.
Oh yeah, the pool will wear you out.
Yes, and I feel it all over. I feel the weight. But it felt good though. The weekend, I work on the weekend, so it's very stressful. So I try to get to myself a few days.
That's good.
But I need to.
I have a question. How do you, like for me, like Shay was saying, she's the person who everyone calls, she's solving everyone's problems. But how does that work when you're always fixing? Yeah.
When it's your turn, that's how I feel. What happens when it's my turn? Who is going to be the me for me?
Well, you tell each and every one of those people, your family members, friends, or whatever, that you need self-care for them to get a therapist. That way you can take care of yourself.
It's to get the therapist for me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to get a therapist.
That's easier said than done right there. Listen, because they don't truly, they don't expect you to be the person that's having the problems. They don't look at you like that. Even if you tell them, it's like it go through one ear and right out the other.
Not you.
So it for me, especially after becoming a mom, I don't think it ever. It's never like I do. What you call it? We do goodness schedules. My family do schedules every week, so everybody get a day. So my daughter was like, "Oh, mommy, everybody, daddy got his day. My oldest got her day. My youngest got her day." And then my youngest was like, "Well, mommy, where's your day off?" I was like, "You know what? I ain't got no damn day off. I just realized I really don't got a day. You know, everybody got a day except for me." So, but
Oh,
that's something I'm really trying to work on, but it is difficult. Um, like she said, like, how do you do that? I haven't found out how to do that, Amanda, but if you or anybody else find out, let me know.
Like whoever got the information, I need you to share it.
right. How old are your kids?
My oldest is about to be 12, and I have a 7-year-old.
Like for me, I encourage my husband. I tell him like, you need to go and have a day where you just hang out with your boys, go do stuff that you like. Because I also need a day like that where the kids can be with you or we find somebody else. And that day that I'm talking about yourself does not include the day that you and your partner should figure y'all stuff out and go and hang out. That's just a separate day. So at least 2 days out the week, you need to try to be like, all right, let me get this together. If not every week, every other week, you have to have a day for yourself.
Once a week, you have to, especially if you have small children and they close in age, you have to have a me time, at least once out of the week.
I got twins and a younger one, so and then my stepson also, so it's a lot.
See, my kids are grown and they so far apart. I have one still at home, 30, 25, and one just turned 14. So I only was able to deal with one child at a time. So if I need at least 2 breaks, I know you guys with this day and age.
Right.
I learned how to go in my room and lock the door. They'll survive on the other end, on the other side.
Right, go in the bathroom.
I do that in the bathroom, but I get about 20 minutes before. So not even 20 minutes. I'm lying to myself right now. I get about 4 minutes.
That's the
After the
gateway.
bath, 4 minutes is like they come in there.
I go in my room, lock my room door, and I could just be sitting there looking at the wall, but that's my time.
I got two bathrooms. It's like, listen, what's going on here? Like, why you can't?
You can have 4. You're gonna still get the same result.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's being a mom, I'm telling you.
Is the truth.
My 18-year-old sits at the bathroom door. I'm like, when does this end? Why? So for
it
they got
ends, and you're gonna wish for it.
It don't end.
Never.
When they become grown and having a family of their own, you're gonna be waiting on that knock.
Not
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not waiting on it yet. I do have a 14-year-old at home, so hey, I'm not waiting on it yet. The other 2 can go on.
No,
right.
To the bathroom door.
Even having conversations, you consent to it.
I don't consent to it. I have no choice. I'm trapped in the bathroom and you on the other side.
No, I be in here with you.
Put your earplugs in because that's how they ignore you, right? So you ignore them. What did you say? Something?
Nope.
I do that. I do that.
Put my earplugs in and I can just act like I don't hear you.
Nope. No, I open the door.
They be calling mommy all day.
If she don't answer, then I think you're dead now. Now look at you. You messed it up. Now I really gotta get into it.
What is she gonna do when she's away at school?
I don't know what she's gonna do when she go to school. I don't know what I'm gonna do either.
Because you're accustomed to her being outside the bathroom.
I'm not gonna put on a FaceTime and just sit it next to the bathroom like this.
Look, you're gonna be at the bathroom door while your husband in there waiting on your husband, acting like your daughter. That's what's gonna happen.
Like, I'm gonna need some type of something. I don't know.
But like food, when you had to give up food and you watch others eat, or it's like some type of mimic of it. That's gonna be you with your husband at the bathroom door. I mean, your husband in the bathroom and your child at the door. Some type of memory to help you get through it.
I hope so.
Now you'll get through it.
You'll be okay.
Oh
It's
yeah.
funny 'cause she started working her first job, so I'm used to her always being home. And then she was gone yesterday. It was just me in the house, and no, I was like, oh, this, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Then you start missing it, and then they come in and start yelling out. He's like, Dad, going, I had all that peace, and I didn't even know what to do with it.
Exactly. You took advantage of it, trust.
Like, I know now it's gone. Now it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true.
Yeah. Mm.
That's kind of like one of my clients. She had purchased a home, and she was sleeping in her kids. She was sleeping in one room for so long because she didn't know what to do with this big house. She like, I don't know what to do with it was just so much space, and she didn't know what to do with it. But yeah, just similar to that.
She'll figure it out. Give it time. It takes time.
Yeah, she did now. She did now. You better put a couch. I don't care if you got two couches. Put one couch in one room and put another couch. Do something. Do something with it. Celebrate.
If you got that right.
Wow.
Seriously.
They don't.
I don't even want to talk about it, honey, about a house.
Teresa want to find a way to utilize her time. Teresa is not to be played with. She's going to find a way to utilize her time.
Yesterday, I just sat in my bed and just like, I don't know. And it's funny because I hadn't slept. I slept maybe 1 hour, so I was up really like a crackhead. Like I was just up. So then my husband's like, lay down. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, there's nobody here. It's just so quiet. Like, I can't.
Mm.
It's
Well, I
not
can tell you what to
normal.
do with it.
I'm the
Yeah,
complete.
it's out of your norm.
I love the quiet. Oh, I
Me
love it.
too. What are you talking
I
about?
love it. I love the quiet.
I'm
No
so,
TV.
that's me.
No
I'm so
TV,
like
no radio, no.
I'm one of those people like I just can't be alone.
I could tell that in your videos on TikTok and Instagram. You're so full of life and energy.
Like to be alone is like
to have
who
the
am I supposed
energy.
to talk to, laugh with, and like who am I supposed to do these things with if I'm by myself?
Yes.
But
Because
my thing
looking
now,
at you
because
makes me tired.
I keep saying, oh, I don't get to the gym, so I say, okay, when I drop my little one to camp in the morning, I'll go to the gym, I'll do my workout, I'll swim, then come back, and it won't be so much time by myself.
Oh wow. I'll be searching for this time. Oh my gosh. But when I watch your videos, your pictures and stuff, I be like, this woman is so full of energy, she's making me tired.
That's what somebody else said, because I was like, I went to sleep early yesterday, or I just today I wasn't doing. It was like you're not doing nothing. Like that's unheard of. Like, are you sick? Is there something wrong? Like,
right, because you always in motion.
I'm always in motion, and the minute I stop, I feel like I'm gonna slip into depression if I stop. I really
always
feel
got
that
a video out. She always got to take that video out. She got a video out. She got something on Instagram. I'm like,
because I really feel like if
you
I stop, I'm gonna be depressed. That's how I really feel.
Right. I have a god sister that's like that. She has to have people around her all the time. She has this energy, and it's like she got to draw that energy from them, and it's just like she got to have it. By the time I leave her house, I can sit in a chair, and I guarantee you, I am tired as a dog. And sucked up everything, energy ounce of it for real. Like I'm tired.
I be looking around. I'm like, I always have canvases. I'm like, oh, do a paint and sit. Let's do it like this. Like this is my wall in my living room. Because
paint and sit.
I just been needing to do stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'll do a painting. That takes me like an hour because I go through this lady on YouTube, so she really goes through it. So it's like an hour. So I'll do a painting for an hour, and then I'm like, I'll do another one. That's another hour.
I wish you was here because you could come and look after my 5 kids all day.
No, she didn't say 5.
Boy, that was some of your energy.
Child care provider. So that's she got other people's kids. They go home. They gotta go home.
Oh,
That's the best part of my day. That is the absolute best part of my day. Is when they go home. And I can go upstairs to my room and just lay across the bed and enjoy the peace and quiet.
Yes.
Because from 7 in the morning until 7:30, well, 8:30 now at night is
right.
all day long. Can I get this person touching me? I can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, even when they lay down for nap time, no TV, no music, no nothing. It's just quiet, complete quiet. I love it. It's like it's like butter on my bread.
But you know what I didn't like about being a childcare worker, like a home-based one? Parents do not respect your time. They do not respect your time at all. They feel like you are on call for them all day. They'll call you like 8 o'clock. It's closed at 6. Parents are showing up 7:30. Like, I'll pay the extra. I don't want your extra. I just want you to come on time.
Right.
And
Like,
I get that.
You want
I
to
get
clock out
that.
on time.
I get that. You know how I fixed it? Fixed one parent real good like that. She would come all hours of the morning. Don't let me know she coming late. Nothing. So one morning, the one that come on time, I packed them up, packed lunch, I packed everything up, and we left out. Went to the park. We stayed there all morning. We had a picnic lunch. She came looking for me. She had to go to work. She was standing at my door like a deer in headlights. I can't help you. You. Then she calling me. I'm at your door. Where you at? Out. This is what happens when you don't call me and let me know that you coming late. She ain't never been late since.
Right.
Because she remembers that feeling when you standing at somebody's door and you got to drop your kid off and you got 30 minutes and you got to be at your job and you can't find the child care provider.
Right.
We don't fix that. We fix that real quick. Yeah. And my thing is this. You have to make them respect your time because they won't until you make them.
Even with what I do, with the cakes and stuff, like they give up pickup time and then 2-3 hours later, it's like, okay, so when are you coming? Especially if you don't communicate that you're going to be late. So I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So because, like you said, when it's home based, they feel like, okay, you're just going to be home all day because I have no life or whatever the case may be. So somebody's like you said, what you do, you leave. Your time frame was this time to this time. I'm not there. So now you got to wait till I come back to get your cake because obviously whenever your event was, it wasn't important because you ain't come get your cake.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't reach out. Like, so I'm supposed to sit here until you figure out when you want to come get your cake.
Exactly. All it takes
Then
is
they'll be on time.
That's all it takes. It's a phone call, a text message, something.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make them because a lot of times they do feel like that because you work at home. They feel like, at the end of the day, you crawl into a cupboard and wait for the children to come back the next morning like you don't have a life. So I let my parents know. And if you're late and I got to be someplace, you're going to pay. You're going to pay $1.50 per minute late. Period.
$1.50. That's it.
$1.50. But let me tell you something.
She said per minute though.
Per minute. She said $5 a minute. It's $5 a minute.
No, it's $1.50 per minute for the first 5 minutes, and then after that it doubles. It doubles every minute.
Lenient.
But girl, with these cheap parents, they don't want to pay no money. That's a lot of money to them. They be running up in here, girl. They will come in here on a boat so they don't have to pay that money. They cheap. They don't want to pay no money.
You want to
They don't want to pay no money.
My hospital, they have daycare there, and let me tell you something. You have to pay them for one child $250 for one child. One child, not a 1.5 child, but one child. A whole child, $250.
This a whole child.
Yeah. They don't play. I'm trying to tell you, they don't play. You just gotta get like that because they're running a business. They out there making that money.
Oh, let me tell you something. Them children, I know my kids do. They make sure their parents get their money's worth.
So
Yeah.
that's $250 if you late.
It's $5 a minute if
What's
you're
the
Oh,
late for
for?
each minute.
okay. I'm about to say, wait a minute.
What's
It's
the
Oh
two
yeah,
$250
cause
percent for?
yeah,
a
they ain't playing over
week
there.
Oh, each
for a
week.
whole child. It's if for a
You
whole
gonna make
child, it's
you
two
better
hundred and
make the
Oh,
fifty
it's
children
dollars.
way more
irate. They're
expensive
gonna
in New
be
York. They charge a lot in New York for
no, but they pay like they pay, they pay when I go out of town, they pay for the days I go out of town, they pay for my holidays, they pay for all of
these
that.
people
So
pay up
I
to
don't even
$500 a week for one kid here in New
so
York.
Girl, that's why I live
Yes,
in New York.
yes, indeed. They sure do.
Jesus.
that's a bit
But
that's
you know,
and that's low.
but
That's
that New
especially
York,
for infants
oh, it's
down
more.
here in a lot of the centers, it's like almost $300 a week. A week.
But I know in New York they get paid more money because they was paying us $8,000 a week. COVID.
Mm.
I wish they had sent some of that down here. And they had sent some of that down here to North Carolina, please.
Well, I'm in North Carolina. They was doing 4 to 6 in North Carolina a week. But in New York it was so bad, they was doing 8.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That don't even. It don't even compare to what y'all was going through up there in New York. Oh my God, I have a cousin. My husband's cousin lives in New York, and. Woo,
Yeah. Oh, but it's still crazy.
a lot. But that's what, like I said, like we were saying, that's why stuff like this is so important, because of everything that's going on with the pressures of dealing with the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. This kind of stuff is very important for you to be able to get together with people and kind of let some of that pressure off.
Right.
Definitely.
We need that.
I wish you guys was around during COVID then, because I sure like going back forth to my doctor, honey. I had caught COVID and I was like kind of nervous about going back to work. It was really messing with it gave me anxiety because I didn't want to get sick again. And honey, she gave me Xanax. That was the only thing that got me through. If I had a group, I wouldn't have to take the Xanax to get me to work. Because I go to 7, now it's 6 different hospitals now. I was doing 7 because of the COVID hospital, but since they discontinued the COVID hospital, I only go to 6. But it's still, my anxiety still kicks, even though I've been vaccinated and everything. Just going to work now, it's amazing how COVID takes a toll on you. Now, it's like it doesn't go away.
It was the same. It's the same thing for me with kids coming in and out of my house, children, parents coming in and out and dealing with that. And it's not you going out to it; it's it coming to you.
Right.
It's like it's coming. So it's like, I spent more time cleaning and sanitizing a lot of times, and I did even interacting with the kids because I'm so busy trying to wipe stuff down and spray stuff down and all that kind of stuff, washing stuff all the time and all that kind of stuff. It's just, whew, it's a lot.
And with the child,
I can imagine how with the kids being in your home.
with the child care, a lot of parents, they don't care that the kid is sick. Like, I understand they gotta go to work and stuff, but they don't study that when they drop them off. They make you think nothing wrong. Next thing you know, an hour later, because they give them their Motrin and Tylenol before they come. So by the time they come to you, they good until it wears out in the afternoon, and you're like, what is going on here?
That's one thing I do have to say is that my parents have been really great about that. They don't bring the children sick. If the children are sick, they keep them at home. They have been really, really good about that because they know I'm that one. I'll be calling and be like, you got exactly 29 minutes and 29 seconds to get up in here and get this kid before I call somebody that you don't want me to call. So,
right.
But my parents have been really good about that. They don't bring sick children to daycare.
Yeah, but a lot of facilities, they bring them kids and they sick.
Oh, I worked in the center. I worked in the child care center before I started doing it myself. I in my home. I worked in the center. So yeah. Sick babies coming there. Babies got a temperature. You can feel
They
the
have to
baby
be
heart.
at work.
You can feel the baby heart. Terrell, come on from over there. Yeah, you can feel the baby's heart, you know. And then bring the babies, young babies, like infants. Because really?
It's because of what their employer is putting on them. Depending on what title they have, what their job, what they do. That's what it is.
I mean, I understand that, but I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't taking my sick baby to nobody's daycare. I don't care what the job said.
I'm also one
The
person.
job can be replaced. The baby cannot.
I'm also one person. I always say, hey, I may be wrong. Everybody knows somebody that do not work. Everybody knows somebody. The thing is, they don't be.
I can tell you now. I don't care who you know. They're not coming here because I know my grandbaby don't come here. Nope, you stay home with them babies.
I know
I had
that's
to stay
right.
home with you and your babies. You stay home with them babies. They're not coming here.
That's right.
I'm older, so get what they tell you. I'm like a baby. I'm gonna get sick right along with them, and I still work. No. What get me is, after your children, my son had called me and asked me if I could keep the kids for a week of the 4th of July because daycare gonna be closed and that'd be the only time I can get them. And they like 2 hours and 15 minutes away. And I'm like, I got to pull 412s. Well, mama, it's on. Okay, then that's the only time. Well, I'll get them next year about this time. I ain't gonna put myself out. Them your babies. I said I would get them in August. I took off in August. So if I can't get them I have to get them now, then I get them next year.
I know that's right.
Don't put me out like that. I'll be tired. You be off the whole week. No.
My son live far away. Him and his babies, I go see them and then come back home.
Me too.
I go see them
twice a month.
Come back home.
But that's the thing. They come up here and they say, I have to keep them. Ain't like I can just say, oh, here you go. I told them, I said, if you stay closer or I stay closer, then okay, I get them all week and I can drop them off, pick them up. I said, but I'm stuck with them the whole week. And I don't know how I'm gonna feel when Monday morning come. And I said, I also have a meeting for Tuesday. I said, I don't know how my body and mind gonna feel. Working 12 hours, taking care of 2 little kids.
That's work. That's work right there.
Yeah, he's like, you're not the only one in the house, Mama.
I'm in orange circle, orange.
No.
If they in the house, trust and believe me, I'm gonna feel the wrath too.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I cash up you some money, get them some shoes, a couple outfits, but I don't have time for time. I don't have time for time.
That's time you can't get back.
Right.
You can't get that time back. You can't get that time back.
Okay.
I people who have small children today, young children, anybody under 18, let me just say that. If you're anybody that's got children under 18, I applaud you. God bless you.
Right.
I need like 2 or 3 more of those because
I applaud you. God bless you. I can't. I
got a 8 and 11 and a half year old, and it's like
sail over the river and through the woods.
I got an 8-year-old and 11 and a half year old. And boys is different. Like they don't like bathing. My younger one told me I put on deodorant, 2 different deodorants, so that's 48 hours of protection. I'm like, that's not how that works. Like that, I promise you, that's not how it works.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, boys are like that. But this is a different generation too. I've learned about raising 2 different generations. I like the old generation better. I'm talking about my older kids. The 30-year-old. I
Nah,
like
these
that
ones is
generation. This
different.
generation, they got to express themselves all type of ways.
My
And my
little one,
patient,
you tell him to be quiet, he gonna get his whole point across. He don't care how you feel about what he's saying, you gonna hear it. The
No,
whole
in this generation, they whine about everything.
everything.
yes, Lord. You know why? Because life is too easy.
One of them, my son came to me the other day. He was like, "Mommy, I think it was Abba Christian. No, somebody." He was like, "They went like this to me." I was like, whatever happened to going like this back? Like,
Yeah, oh, they're really bold but overly sensitive at the same time, and I don't know how that works.
Exactly.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works either. I'm used to kids that you say what you need to say. You could be wrong as two left shoes. They know they don't pay no bills. They say okay and go on by their business.
Not these kids. These kids
Not
got
these kids.
they're gonna give you a penny for their thought, all of that. They got all the words to say. I'm like, no, this ain't it. I promise you, ain't it. Mom
And
was
let
like,
me tell you
I don't want to
something.
go to camp tomorrow. You don't have that option. Like, oh, why can't I just because I said so? Oh, my body hurts. Okay, you moving around, you being active. Good.
Yes, I know my daughter was in the room and she texts me, I'm starving. I'm gonna call Child Protective Service. Give me a favor. Call them.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Like, yeah, these kids different.
Yeah, and she's like, Mama, you just old. I said, I am not old. I'm older, but I'm not old. And you're gonna be thankful for this older parent because we are older, you know, and so we old school. So it is hard. We don't have time for all that extra. We've been on strike you in a minute. Stroke you. Oh,
My daughter tried that when she was little. I packed her bag and sat it by the door. I was like, I'm waiting on them. I hope they come.
Wow.
I hope they come so bad.
Oh, I have took my daughter to the doors, honey. Social service doors, honey, and said, "This is the drop off. Do you want to go?"
I tell her, make sure when you go, don't come back now. Make sure you stay gone.
Honey, they will call me, tell me
you
come pick the child up.
have it easier than she has. She like, so you're not gonna throw the microwave at him like you did me. I'm like, wow. She's like, so they did. Oh, so they don't get interrupted sleep, nothing. Let me have one dish in the sink. I gotta wake up in the middle of the night, but they get to sleep like princes in their beds, and she really be having a whole heart attack.
Girl, they be whining like you. I wake my daughter up, honey. It's like waking up a toddler. You hear me? Crying for a bottle. I don't even bother. I'm like, you would deal with this tomorrow. I'm not even dealing with that, Rhonda. Yes, it's a mess. I have to pray about it. That's my patient child. So I still have her on my head. Evidently, it's not that bad.
That's what I said. I made it through. I went through all the stuff. I would never have another girl. That's
Yeah, and God gave me two. I only had one boy, and he was the easiest child. When I say easy, he had no problem. I had two girls and had two whole problems.
Girl, that's 4 whole problems. They 2 apiece.
Right, that part.
2 apiece.
That's right.
I got one, and she was like 4 people. Oh my God.
Yes.
There's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna need a flashlight to hold me over until then because I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Bless it.
We made it because I was like, I don't think we're gonna make it. I was like, I used to tell my husband, I'm like, I don't like her. I don't like her. He was like, I really don't like her.
I love her, but I don't like her.
I don't like her. The first thing to the when we are besties, it took a lot. It took a lot because I'm like, I don't like her. I don't want her around me. I don't, none of that. I'm like, I don't like her. I'm like, it make you not like them. Like, why do you need to act that way? Why do you need to do dumb stuff? Like, I just don't understand.
Right. You think
you went through that? Yeah, we went through that, but it's not the same. Everything is
it's totally different.
There's
it's totally
different. All your dumb stuff. There's no proof of our dumb stuff. There's proof of all their dumb stuff.
Right. Good gracious. I got
Like,
one whole child in the home, and I'm telling you, I feel like I have five with the one. That's why I don't have time for the grandbabies. She takes all my energy. She take all our energy. For real. She said, well, our anniversary is Saturday. She said, well, Mom, I'm gonna be gone the whole weekend on my friend. I can go out and do this and enjoy your anniversary. Yeah, right. I gotta work. Well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be gone, but I'll be back on Monday.
Mm,
Yeah, it is what it is.
for the weekend.
mm. I had bells and whistles on my last one moved out. I was so I was like, thank you, Jesus. I made it. I made it, Lord.
He moved out on his own.
Huh?
He moved out on his own.
They all gone. All of them. They're gone.
I know my oldest one, she went to college and she came home after she finished college, and I told her she needed to be working on finding her job and this, that. Honey, they like leeches. My son was in high school, I think in high school, and he was like, Mom, you got to make it uncomfortable for her to get her to move out. And guess what? I had to make it uncomfortable
Gotta make
for her to
uncomfortable.
get out and thrive.
Just
So
like
she was
people be having these dudes that's laying around their house, you gotta make it uncomfortable for them too, so they can get up and go.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
She was ready. She was ready to go. Both of them
Well,
was ready.
mine was ready too, whether she knew it or not. The thing was, it was a little bit too much sheltered or something because she did not want to go anywhere. She said, I want to go. I'm like, no. You, I already got one, got to go to college, and I got a baby here. You got to go.
Yeah, you're either gonna be voluntary or involuntary. You just choose your way that you're gonna, but you got to go.
Yeah, it was involuntary, but guess what? She made it, she thrived, and now we're good friends. She didn't see the light at first, but sometimes when you have to push them because
she said she didn't see the light at first.
But honey, she won't come back because I'm so picky. She won't come back. She didn't realize how picky I was till she left. I bet she wondered how she made it all those years.
No, right? Me too. It was the same thing. It was the same thing for me. But I think they appreciate it now because they see what it is out there to be out on your own and have to do things for yourself and pay your own bills.
Right.
And all of that. So they definitely appreciate it. Because they'll call me now and be like, how? That's what you was talking about. Okay. Because they think, oh, I'm going to be out on my own. Oh, it's all going to be fun and games. And I'm going to be able to party and do whatever I want to do. I don't got to worry about nobody talking to me when I come home and all that kind of stuff, boy.
Like, there's always going to be an overhead, always.
That job kicking their tails now, boy. They can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home and go to bed.
Right, reality.
Oh, yeah.
It's
and
like
my
you
son got two little ones. He got two little ones, a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, he'd be tired at home and at work.
Yeah, he's tired.
And then he got to keep the wife happy. Oh, God, yeah. That's reality. You think it's, you have a mental picture of what you think it's going to be, but that's your life begins.
He realized now sleep is a privilege.
And I remember the days I could stay out all night, go to work, work 12 hours.
You realize that now sleep is a privilege.
I know we be watching his nephew, and he's one. He be like, oh, I be thinking about another one. We too old to be running around little people. I'm sorry, sir. No. I don't have the energy to be running around somebody little person. No.
Right.
That's a whole different type of energy you gotta have. I don't have that.
No, I don't either. But they think that with your grandbabies, they think you're supposed to have, he said, they're special. Yes, they are very special. They're yours.
I spent one weekend with them, 4th of July weekend. I was tired when I got home. I was tired.
Right, because your body's not built for that anymore.
Like, I'm tired tomorrow already. I'm already tired tomorrow.
They're sweet though. They were very sweet. They're good kids, but oh my God, the energy level is like on 215.
Right, they can be good kids, but
and mine's on 7. We ain't know what.
Well, at least you have 7. I think mine on 5.
You know, you gotta pace yourself. You gotta pace yourself when you got little ones like that. You gotta pace yourself. You gotta learn how to pace yourself.
Right.
You
And I'm
know,
past the pacing part. You know, you got to get in a routine with that pacing.
yeah, that too.
And
That
if
too.
they do not have a routine or not adjusted to a routine or it's not your routine, it doesn't even fly.
Yeah, it's not gonna work at all.
Because, honey, last time I had my grandbabies, I guarantee I had melatonin on board.
Melatonin is life. That is
Nap time to take a vitamin.
time to take a vitamin.
Oh my goodness, I keep hearing about
What's
this.
that? I'm like, what's a
I'm so
nighttime
scared I would
vitamin?
never.
What's a nighttime vitamin?
My daycare children are on a routine though. When they lay down, everybody's out.
Right, they need to be on a routine.
From the 7-month-old on up, it's nap time.
Yeah.
They all
Right. But they have to adjust to a routine. When you get like your niece and nephews or grandkids or whatever, they're on their own routine. They're not on your routine. So I have to switch it up and give them melatonin to get on my routine. When it's time for nap, vitamin. When it's time to go to bed at 7:30, vitamin.
All right. And y'all mentioned not being able to move so much. I'm only in my 30s and I feel like I can't move that much either. And I'm just like, dang, I thought I was gonna at least have until I'm like 50 or something. It's hitting me at 30. I don't know if it was the McDonald's or what. Like I've been down, I'd be like, oh, then my knee and then my back. I'm like, I'm only in my 30s. Why is this happening right now? I'm like, Lord, I thought it was gonna be like 50.
Nah, it's happening.
It could be your youth. I mean, did you play sports? Surely we don't.
I did play sports. Yeah, I was a basketball, volleyball. Okay, I was like, dang, I thought I was gonna have more time though.
Each decade affects you. You know, it's kind of like doubles on top. You know, what you did in your teens affects the 20s. Your 30s, your teens, and 20s affects your 30s. You just keep piling up, piling up.
Yeah,
I'm in my 50s, and yes, I did all of that. I played basketball and all that kind of stuff. Man, oh man, when I tell you, you know, you getting up there when you get up in the morning and you try to get up off the bed and your mind says, yeah, come on, let's get up, and your body's like, oh,
it don't even go nowhere.
Hold up, sis.
Well, you
Hold up. You gotta get yourself together before you make that move.
Right. I'm telling
you.
You
gotta get yourself together. You gotta stretch. You gotta move some stuff around. Make sure you can't get up, because if you get up too fast, you fall on the floor.
Won't you though? And let's not talk about the bladder.
Not the bladder, yeah.
Yeah.
They be like, oh,
you gotta get up and stretch. Gotta stretch that body. Gotta stretch that body all the time. Gotta keep stretching that body.
That's true.
All over.
And for some reason, it seems like the knees is first to go. Your knees and your neck.
Yes.
That's what's
ain't no making knees over here.
No. So
these are Bernadette knees. These not making, these are Bernadette knees.
So you got some good knees. You have some good knees. Don't even trip. I've seen you bend, do this, do that.
You don't see, like in the morning when I wake up, I'm like, what did I do? Oh, I tried to drop it low. No.
Watching that video made my body hurt. I don't know, she'd be hurting after she finished doing all that bending and twisting and all that. Shoot, just watching her makes my body hurt.
That part. I'd be like, good God, she got some good knees.
I'd be like, do your thing, girl.
Right.
Yeah. I thought about the jump rope, but then I thought about my knees too.
Right. That's true about those knees. Seriously, my knee go out sometime. Everybody want, speaking of Megan, everybody want the body, the butt. I just give me some good knees and I'll be happy. I don't even want none.
Good knees, good hips. What you talking about?
Let me get the knees.
Anything that has a joint, give it to me.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some new one of them. New joints. All of them.
Exactly.
All of them. I need all of them. Yes. If they sold them in the store, I would have stock. But
No, you wouldn't, because they all be gone, trust.
That isn't true.
They be on back order.
Right. Yeah. Yes, that is the truth.
I know
Mm.
that's right. I know
That's
that's
funny.
right. That's why we got to take care of us. We got to take care of ourselves the best we can.
That's
You know,
right.
you can't. Them people on their job, they're not gonna take care of you. They will work you like a Hebrew slave, and
Girl,
they'll be like, "Oh,
Mhm.
she was so sweet. We just miss her," and they will step
Before
over your dead body
before
and
your
keep
funeral,
pushing.
you took yeah,
Mm.
before you they replaced you. Before your funeral even happened, they replaced
right,
you.
that part. That's the reason why my
Yeah, you
job
gotta
is
take care of
second.
yourself.
Mm-mm.
I wish somebody had told me when I was younger.
Well,
Right.
Wish I
nobody
had so
didn't
much
tell me that,
self
but I
care
sure
talk
did. I
because I
worked my
was
couple of days
working
and
somebody. I think this is the only time in my life I haven't had more than one job. I've always been 2 jobs, 2.5 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
All that. You gotta take
I
care of
must have
yourself.
been, I remember having I remember having 3 jobs. I think it was in my 20s, and I said never ever in this life. I'm
You
telling you, that was like I was going through divorce too, so I had to work, you know. But I tell
Right.
you what, I said never ever. If one job don't do it, it's something's gonna be cut off because I'm not. I am not allowing
You
anything
stay here with some candles on,
to be
with some
going in.
candles. Stop. Oh, your arm.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
too
that's
much.
right.
It's too
They be getting
much.
all this bonus at work. Tasha, come and make that money. Nope, this is my body, and I know what I can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You can keep that.
Exactly.
I give you my time, and don't let me be sick. I can tell you now. My motto is, if I'm sick. This is Tasha. Such yeah, I will not be in today.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna get a point in the hand, I'm gonna take the whole 3 days off.
I know that's right.
So I'm not going to work sick, and I'm not gonna give you any overtime. I'm gonna have my bills accord. And I live off a beer bottle budget.
Mm-hmm.
My sister now, y'all, she has champagne taste now. Get it. But she really has a beer bottle budget. But she has champagne taste. I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
I live under my means for a reason. Because when I quit my job or get tired, get fed up, I want to
Mm-hmm.
stash for a rainy day. And that
Right.
way you don't control me. I control I control when, how, and where.
Right.
Because when you allow an employer to know that you job scared and you have to have this, that, another, that's when you get
Yeah,
taken
they
advantage.
use that against you.
Right.
Yeah.
They would. Don't even let them know.
Girl, I don't let them know
Let them
nothing. I come to
see it.
work,
Don't
I
even let
go
them
home.
see it. Right. Yeah.
All right.
9 a.m. to 5. That's it. You're gonna see me between 9 and 5, minus that
Right.
1 hour for lunch.
Exactly. You don't know. Well, I do good to get a lunch. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's kind of hard to come by. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing I do know, you guys know more than anybody at work. Trust. I go to clock in, take care of my patients, do what I need to do, ask a question, and bring my black self home.
I know that's right. Yep. For real.
I know that's right.
And nobody, my friend. They send me friend requests all the time. I just let them sit there. Oh, you did? Oh, dang. Let me go back and look and never go back.
Right. Right.
Because you're
Don't
just
act like
trying to
you
be
never
look,
seen it, but
you're
you
just
seen
trying to
it.
be
You seen it
nosy.
though.
Right.
Right. You
Right.
seen it, but act like you
Right.
never seen it.
Right. I got to sit on private. They're not seeing nothing that I don't want them to see.
Mm,
And they're not going to be my friend. No. You
right.
can see my overhead in my picture. That's all you need to see.
People just so they just so
Being nosy.
nosy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
Being
tired of talking
nosy.
about everybody else. They want to talk about Tasha now. Let's talk about Tasha.
Right. If they talk about
That's what
Tasha, it's
it
because they don't
is.
know anything. They're curious. You
Mm-hmm.
want to know what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Right.
No, keep them curious. That's it.
Yes. I remember I was working at a nephrology clinic, and I got married. And listen, they said, when did you meet somebody to get married? Because I had went on
Like
where did Mary come from? Like, we didn't even know you was dating. Like,
Right, right,
right. And it's
right.
funny though. It's funny though, because the same thing happened again. I had to go to work and fax some papers. We had a meeting too, and some competency tests I had to take. And this lady, I know she knows that she's Jamaican, and they are they ask questions like,
Yeah,
and,
back to back.
right. And I was like,
No
I
offense
said,
to anyone.
yes. And I was like, well, I'm getting ready to get married and we're having a housewarming. Oh, I didn't even know you was dating.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, because
I
she
didn't
was,
know I was
she
supposed to
would
make an
message
announcement.
about twice every 2 weeks, just to play catch up, and then I'd be like, I'm good, I'm blessed. It was kind of dry, but then she kind of slacked up. That's people that can't get in your life or your business. So they kind of like slack. Then next thing you don't hear from but once a month or whatever. I was like, you know what? Just nosing.
I never
Pretty
understand people
much.
like that at all. It's like, do you
Pretty
realize what you're
much.
doing? Like, or who you are? I don't.
Cause she'd be like, who's the lucky guy? And I just look at her like,
You don't know him. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. You don't know him.
for one, we're in diversity time. Who said it was a guy? You feel what
For
I'm
real.
saying?
Right.
They assume and they were like, oh, like you don't even know.
Right. Just like we went to where did we go to, honey? To a what is it? Sunday for work. Went to go see a house. That's what it was. And the realtor was there. They was doing the house show or whatever. And she was like, what did she say to you? What she say? She said, and is she your realtor? She your realtor?
She was referring to you.
No, she was referring to my partner.
Oh.
How you gonna say is she my realtor? How you gonna say that? When we walking in together, you gonna say is she your realtor?
Like we came to see that.
And she saw us listen. We got out of the same car. Oh, so what was wrong with that?
Sometimes the realtor drive the person there, but that's besides the point. That's some sneaky stuff. I can't trust that like that.
You don't do that. You don't do that in the hospital. You cannot do that. She could have took a whole nother approach. You don't say this mom, is this dad, because it could be an older man. That's not your dad. It could be your husband. That's the reason why you have to be very careful. You have to
and you got to put people in their place too, because I don't think so. No ma'am, no ma'am.
She said no, I'm not.
No. You got to put people in their place because they never gonna know better. They gonna keep on doing the same thing unless somebody tell them like, listen, this ain't right. You can't be doing this. It's not gonna happen.
I would have been like, no, I am mind your business. That's what mind your business.
Well, the realtor didn't drive, and she wasn't dressed like a realtor. Come on now, she wasn't dressed like a realtor. She didn't have a pair of slacks on. She didn't have a dress on.
She ain't had no name tag on, nothing.
Exactly.
She had no papers ready to sign in her hands.
Well, she messed that signing up. If there was a sign, for one, I didn't like the house anyway because the bathroom was in the kitchen.
Ooh.
I
don't like those.
Oh my gosh! You know what? They want like over $300,000 for a house and the bathroom in the kitchen.
I mean, that is a good price. No. Two things I care about: the kitchen and the bathrooms. How they look.
Let me tell you what I care about: the bedroom on the bottom floor and the kitchen. And long because I know a laundry room and a bathroom do not belong in the kitchen.
Right. Dang, the laundry room too? My goodness.
Yes. And she was saying all this. I said, I don't like it.
She said straight up, I don't like
I
it.
said, I don't like it, then Rhonda. I said, I don't like it.
Right,
She
right.
said that, oh, I may not be in your era, but I know you want to come home to a place that it feels like home. I said, this is not it.
She said it may not be in your era.
Right. What type of foolishness?
And she was African American.
Wow.
That was like, and I don't mean no harm or anything. I don't know when after, you know, when you get a black person that's a real, I mean, whatever, they feel like when they're around other black people, they can just talk any, no, you trying to sell me.
Mm.
No matter what, you're not going to go to a Caucasian and talk to them like that.
Nope. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She said, well, I hope y'all call. Hear from y'all. Hope I hear from y'all. I'm like, no. Oh, yeah, and the carpet. And she said, oh, well, did you see stains? I said, no, it's carpet. I mean, come on now. It's carpet that's been here. For that price, you shouldn't be having no carpet. You should have new carpet.
Well, lady, I'm
I
about to
can't help
go
it.
and find me a bathtub. So y'all have a wonderful evening.
We was
All right.
wow.
Yeah. Continuing that self-care.
Yes,
Gonna
yes.
self-care myself into this good bubble bath.
Right. Well, thank you for the being. I appreciate
Have
the
a good
being.
evening.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Nice
All
meeting
right.
you all.
Good night.
Thank you,
Right.
ladies. I didn't let me press the button.